Now, do you have any techniques for brainstorming scenes? You know, sometimes you have a story, but like I always find that the beginning and the end are very easy to write. It's that middle stuff that gets a little a little rough. How they get to point A to point B, creating those scenes in a good way, or in a entertaining way, or in a way that we haven't seen 1,000 times. I feel sometimes the screenwriters in the 50s and 60s and 70s had such a leg up because audiences weren't nearly as sophisticated, and a lot of stuff hadn't been done yet. You know, nowadays, how much content are we making? How many things have we seen? I've seen tens of thousands of movies probably in my lifetime, let alone TV show episodes and stuff. So I'm extremely literate. You're extremely literate on, like, my wife is even going, oh, the storyline on that one didn't work. The character arc didn't work. Like, she's even pointing out bad green screen shots now, and she's not in the business. So we're so sophisticated. What do you do about coming up with some original ideas, and what kind of brainstorming techniques do you suggest?
You know, you can flip what you just said and make it an advantage for the modern day screenwriter, because the audience does have so much context now, right? That you can drop into a scene at a specific point without setup, because the audience already knows the journey that led there, because we've seen other versions of this story in other movies. So that's the first thing I would say is drop in, okay? Maybe drop in at the least hand-holding part and see what it looks like, okay? Another is, if you do that, does that work within the context of the movie in terms of something that you set up earlier on? Another is having a fresh take on an old trope. So it's absolutely fine to have tropes that look, with genres.
Well, Scream, like Scream, for example.
Yeah. But, I mean, that was very self-aware and sort of calling it out. But, like, if you look at, I always use an interrogation scene as an example, because immediately you know what that looks like, right?
Light bulbs flinging. I mean, you got the two guys, good cop, bad cop. Yeah, the room's dark. Yeah, we get it.
But change one thing. Change up the setting and go, it's not an interrogation there. It's an interrogation in a park. It's an interrogation in the ocean. It's an interrogation at an amusement park. It's an interrogation in a kitchen. And suddenly there's a fresh take on it. So you can do one little thing, even just changing up setting, and that will give it a fresh take. So again, I'm going to Booksmart to You know, have everybody, like, when you're watching it, look at the fresh take on certain things, certain scenes you thought you knew.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And I was thinking of now. Of course, my juices start flowing. Interrogation scene. I'm like, well, what if one of the cops is like always eating, like constantly while he's talking to somebody, he's just eating, and it's disgusting, and you're focusing on what he's eating, but yet he's tearing this guy apart. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there, but it's just a new way of doing it.
Right. What if one of the cops is a clown instead?
Dressed as a clown because he was undercover somewhere. We're writing something together. We need a co-writer credit on this scene.